incredibly.
The latest figures in Australia's sexual health show nearly 1,800 Australians were diagnosed with syphilis last year. That's the highest number of cases ever recorded. Here's Professor John de Wit from the Centre for Social Research in Health at the University of New South Wales.
Not really, because we've seen increases in gonorrhea, syphilis for the past number of years. So this is in line with the trends that we've been seeing over the recent years. What is new is that stabilization of rates or numbers of notifications of chlamydia, which is rather good news.
What are the reasons for syphilis and gonorrhea to go up?
So what we think for syphilis and gonorrhea is that syphilis in particular affects gay men, HIV-positive gay men in particular, and what we see there is a gradual decrease in condom culture, which where men have other ways to protect themselves against HIV without using a condom, but that doesn't protect them against syphilis, and to some extent the gonorrhea notifications are amongst gay men as well, and that could be explained in the same way.
Aren't condom rates, though, amongst younger people, younger men, going up, or they're certainly higher than amongst older people?
Yes. So if we look at the general population, so younger people are more likely to use condoms than older people, of course, because they have more adventurous sexual lives. Very often, people they don't know that well. But amongst younger people, we also see that. Most of them only use condoms very rarely, or certainly not consistently. Gay men are much more likely to use condoms, but amongst gay men we see a decline in that rate of consistent condom use, and we've been seeing that for a long time now.
Is it also because the treatment for these conditions is now so much better than it was?
Yes, that's certainly what we think, because what we see with condom use in gay men who are most affected by HIV in Australia, we see rates of condom use gradually decreasing ever since those better treatments became available. There's a bit of a trade-off going on there.
What's the picture with HIV?
The picture with HIV is that numbers of new notifications have been relatively stable. 2013 compared to 2012, somewhat over 1,200 new notifications, which is a very high number, and it's the highest number last year and the year before, the highest numbers that we have seen since the early 1990s.
You also looked at blood-borne diseases and found that liver disease related to hepatitis C infection has more than doubled over the last 10 years. How big a worry is that?
Yes, that's a very serious worry. There's very large numbers of people living with viral hepatitis, hepatitis B and hepatitis C in Australia, and over time many of these people with chronic infections might develop severe liver disease, and what we're seeing now is that the numbers of people who've been living with hepatitis C and B for a long time, that now develop serious liver diseases. That's increasing, reflecting those long-term infections, and that's likely to increase for quite a while. And it's very important to get people onto treatments.
John de Wit, thanks for talking to us.
Pleasure, thank you.